Hey everyone, Colin Ward Music here. When you get a second, please subscribe to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the quintessential jam band chord change, aka Trey Anastasio's favorite, though you'd have to ask him if he even has a favorite. We're going to discuss the origin of these chords dating back to 1957, and then we'll explore its evolutionary journey all the way up to the 3.0 era of Phish, paying respect to our jam rock ancestors before us. If you want to learn more about this sound, stick around and let's dive in. Quoting from Carrie Odell's essay in the Library of Congress, in 1929, Link Ray was born Fred Lincoln Ray Jr. in Dunn, North Carolina. The son of a street preacher, his mother was Shawnee Indian, and it was not unusual for Ray to encounter racism in his youth. Ray once said, "Elvis, he grew up white man poor. I was growing up Shawnee poor." During his childhood, Ray and his family often had to hide out from KKK raids. It was in 1957, at a record hop in Fredericksburg, Virginia, that Ray came to compose his most famous work, Rumble. It was largely improvised, done on the spot while on stage. Ray remembered later that it came about when his boss, local DJ Milt Green, asked Ray and the band to play something that they could do the new dance craze, The Stroll, to. Not knowing the chords to the recent song of the same name by the Diamonds, Ray began to improvise on his guitar. Then, when someone grabbed one of the mics and stuck it up to one of the amps, creating the tune's signature distortion, a modern classic was born. The kids just went ape, according to Ray. For more about Link Ray and other indigenous American rock musicians, I highly recommend the documentary Rumble, The Indians Who Rocked the World. Now we've learned a little history, let's talk about the chords in Rumble and a few other very famous rock and roll songs. In its most simple explanation, the chords to Rumble go D major to E major. Through more of a music theory lens, we know that a D major chord does not exist inside the key of E major, which is the assumed key of Rumble, as our tonal center is an E major chord. What Link Ray is doing in Rumble is modally borrowing the D major chord from the parallel key of E minor, where that D chord exists. This is often referred to as the minor drop, meaning you basically play in a major key, but use the 7 chord from the parallel minor. That is, the opposite minor or major key with the same root note. Now let's listen to a few other classic tunes that use the minor drop. Okay, before we get too jerried away, and I promise Mr. Garcia will be back, let's resume the evolution of our quintessential jam band chord change, which is basically the minor drop but adding a major 4 chord to the progression. 10 years after Link Ray created a sound that peacefully shocked and awed the world, the Beatles debuted With a Little Help from My Friends, implementing our true flat 7, 4, 1. The following year, 1968, soul and R&B legend Otis Redding released a tune that would be covered by generations of bands, both professional and amateur, for decades to come. The song was Hard to Handle.
Pretty little thing, let me light your camera, cause mama, I'm sure hard to handle now, yes I am.
You've reached the double whammy bar section of the video. The Grateful Dead, just 1 year later, 1969, debuted their version of the very same track. You've reached the double whammy bar section of the video. The Beatles did it again with Polythene Pam on my personal favorite Beatles album, Abbey Road. Moving ahead to the 1970s, the Meters' funk anthem Hey Pocky Away, in which the drums carry a New Orleans second-line rhythm for the entire track, also utilized these powerful chord changes in the form of hits, where the band accents the same beats and chords simultaneously. Fast forwarding a decade later, and the Phish from Vermont would be brewing up a musical pot of New England jam chowder that would reign supreme in a nationwide psychedelic taste test for the next 40 years. Well, as of October 2023, that is. Here's a montage of many, not all, but many versions of our quintessential jam band chord change that Phish has played throughout their storied career.
Him was a crook. He said, I come from the land of darkness. I said, I come from the land of doom. He said, I come from the land of demons, from the land of the big baboon. But I never ever going back there, and I couldn't if I tried, because I come from the land of lizards.
Your hands and feet are mangoes. You're gonna be a genius anyway. Your hands and feet are mangoes. You're gonna be a genius anyway. The swirling coil of sunset, I keep within my reach. Tried yesterday to get away and hitchhike to the beach. Oh, but how I'll never know that it's the ocean flowing in our veins. Oh, that it's the salt that's in our tears. Oh, 'cause we could have come so very far. Oh, in at least as many years. Stop. From the top, from the bottom, 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 from the top, from the bottom.
Yeah.
Come hide in the herd and
enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. In my opinion, these chord changes are nothing short of historic, but I think the adjective that best defines what happens when we teach, play, or hear them is powerful, for many different reasons. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe when you get the chance, and we'll see you in the next video.